Welcome to the Voices of the LeanFeast.
Back. The Voices of LeanFeast. We are back.
We're back.
We are back. Law Dog, you here?
I am here.
Well, Benny's still not with us.
Nope.
But it's okay because we're going to be taking some trips out to California here pretty soon, and Benny will be back on some episodes.
I think it's Benny's nap time, actually. We normally
What
do
time
these
is it?
around the same time
Yeah,
every day,
it's
so
nap
we
time
get
for
into
Benny.
Benny's nap time.
Yeah. But we're all, it's a good day. It's Tuesday, right?
Yep. It
And
is.
we have.
It's a good day because of who we have here.
Ooh. Oh, man.
He's like local celebrity status.
He really is. I mean,
Big time.
Besides the fact that he has no hair.
That's
true. He looks good with no hair, right? Can you imagine this
Agreed.
man with hair?
No.
No.
Back in the day, I had it.
We need to see a picture with you in hair. Bust that out, please.
I gotta see him. With
Like
hair.
Rod's hair. I mean, you go from this to Rod.
Rod grew some hair. I could never grow it like that.
Is that his real hair?
It is.
Wow.
Man,
That's impressive.
I got so many selfies on here. I need to take some of them off, don't I?
So
Well,
who do we have here?
Man, so I'm gonna call you Patrick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to call you Dr. Fit.
Well,
See,
that's what-
I'll answer to you, Luke. I'm not answering to because I know
I
no
know
man
that.
named
Before we
Patrick.
go too far, where did you get that title?
Dr. Fit.
And where did you get the PhD?
You know, actually, there's no PhD. My
Let's just say that there is, because I'd like to believe that there is.
well,
Because I look at you as a real doctor.
Are you saying that he should be wearing
disclaimer.
some scrubs?
Yeah, badge or something.
So who came up with Dr. Fit?
Actually, my cousin Yolanda. I've actually been in. I have 20 plus years of pharmaceutical sales along with pharmacy experience. So whenever I first launched my business, I said I called her up. She's in Houston, and I said I need an alias. I need a brand. That was a big thing for me. You want to develop a brand because a brand is going to make money and keep growing once you sleep. She said, "Well, you think you're a know-it-all, and you have been in pharmaceutical sales for a long time." She said, "Why not, Doctor?" I said, "I don't want to be known as a buff guy. I need to be known as Fit." She said, "Dr. Fit,"
There you go.
and that's where we came up with it.
Sorry, my dog's over there playing with cords.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, knock it off. Sorry, it's Daddy Daycare again. My wife's in San Diego for work, and I got the 9-year-old. I got all 3 dogs, so it's Daddy Daycare. Awesome, man. So Dr. Fit, that's just where it is.
That's how it came at Dr.
I love
Fit.
it. I love it. So
So you were fit at the time of obtaining that title. Nice.
Yeah, I would say not like I am today, Fit. I couldn't do the pull-ups that you see me do now.
Yeah.
So all this was a progression. When I first started my business, I knew a lot about weights. That's what I had done. So I did a lot of machines, a lot of dumbbells, a lot of heavy presses. I was into the bodybuilding world. So over time, we just evolved.
So you've been in pharmaceutical sales, but you weren't necessarily selling drugs or supplements that pertain to fitness, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly.
Dr. Fit was just the fact because you were fit.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I
I
know
worked for
you as.
the major companies when I started. So 20 plus years with the major companies. Last 10 and a half years that I did was with Johnson & Johnson. So I was an oncology representative for them.
And what's your region? Are you Arkansas only?
Actually, as of 2016, Johnson & Johnson said, bye-bye. Bye. They said, bye-bye, Felicia.
was that a nationwide thing or was it?
No, that was a Patrick thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
We had a difference of opinion. They, from a standpoint, my business and brand had grown too much. And they felt that I needed to commit more time in order to go up the ranks.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, but I think at some point, I think you were ready for that.
I was ready for it.
You
I just
know?
needed them to push me away because
Yeah.
I was comfortable with the amount of money that I was making.
Yeah,
And you don't want to let go. You don't want to give up that much money. But whenever they pushed me out, on the flip side, it ended up becoming more.
yeah, and I was kind of. I mean, I think maybe Luke was in that similar position. I mean, in your old company, there was really nowhere else you could have gone, right?
No, I was pretty well tapped out. I mean, I think if I were to climb the ranks, I'd need a degree, and I don't have a degree, and so I kind of maxed out. I mean, I was in sales, so when it comes to sales and you've got commission bases, possibilities are technically endless. But I was happy with where I was. Like you, I was comfortable with the amount of money I was making. And I enjoyed that work-life balance, and I just felt, I'm going to make this much money. I'm going to be happy with it. I'm going to live on this, and that's just going to be it for me.
But I think once you really start to understand and tap into what you are capable of,
Very true.
right? There becomes like you said, a stagnant time that you need to apply yourself more. I mean,
Yes.
me at 40 years old, I mean, I took the plunge from corporate America at 37.
Okay.
And I was just over it. And
Yep.
I felt like I was worth a lot more than just working for the man. Regardless of what the job was, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I felt like I was worth more. And I think once me and Luke talked, I think maybe he started to feel that way too. And it was time for him to take the plunge. And he took it. And just by having Luke part of this operation of what we're doing, dude, we've excelled 550%.
Exactly.
And because that's what he was born to do.
Yep.
Right?
There's a lot of purpose and passion connected to what you guys do.
And for you, I mean, you're a natural born salesman.
Yes.
That's just who you are. It's in your personality. And I think you and Luke share something in common because he's the same way. But
Yes.
with you had to get away from that. You built a brand,
Yes.
And on the side.
Yes.
And it started to take off.
Yeah, it did. It actually built a brand on the side that started to exceed what I was making at Johnson & Johnson. So then you get into a point where you're like, okay, man, I have all this on both sides coming in, and you start to lose focus of the big picture.
Right.
So whenever they did come in, it actually was a blessing in disguise, believe it or not.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought there, but I agree with you. And when it becomes a conflict of interest, you don't. I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, I'm not a greedy person, but I also have to divide my time.
Exactly.
Right. So you were
Yes.
probably looking at it like, okay, I'm making good money here. I got a stable job. I got a consistent paycheck. I have
Exactly.
benefits.
Yes.
I have children.
Yes.
Yada, yada. And then over here, you're like, well, shit, I'm doing everything that I want to do for me.
Very true.
Right. And I'm making this amount of money over here. So am I greedy in the sense, or do I just need to take the plunge? And I think they did it for you, which was a blessing.
Yeah, they didn't even let me know. Seriously, they didn't.
Bye.
Yeah, no, they didn't even say bye. They sent me a letter.
Wow.
When my son and our AAU track team had made Junior Olympics in Detroit. So I get back home, took my vacation days, get back home. I'm going to work, put on a little suit and tie. I get a call. Sir, we need to pick your car up. I said, I can say what I want to on radio, right?
Sure.
I said, what the fuck are you saying? Seriously, man, I'm all politically correct, but there's another side of me. He's like, oh, I can't get into that. So I said, all right, let me go home. I saw that they had FedEx had delivered a letter. I opened it up. Well, you forgot to report your vacation days. Oh, no, I didn't. But oh well,
Yeah.
You're not going to fight them or anything. So I called the guy back. Over the weekend, I said, all right, let me. God, I really need to pray about this because I got to tell my wife we're about to lose this much.
Yeah.
And life is about to change.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned the car in on Monday. Kept it over the weekend.
Driving for a couple.
Dude,
more
I was
days.
driving
like a rental.
like a friend.
Burn every bit of the gas out of it. Rolled into the shop.
Dude, I was rolling, bumping music
Siphon
and
the rest of the
everything.
gas out when you're
I
done
did.
with it.
Burning that. Burning that rental.
Bump that
up.
music, man.
Oh,
One
God,
time.
that's great.
Blow
so,
the speakers out.
so what kind of, when you were working on that, I mean, tell us a little bit about what you've created in your brand. Because, I mean, really, this podcast it's called The Voices of LeanFeast.
Exactly.
It's a Feast Fighters podcast. But what we try to do is we try to talk to people that are entrepreneurs or
Exactly.
that are, business associated, kind of
Yes.
things like that. I mean, we talk about life stuff too, and you'll see that. But tell us a little bit about what you created and the brand that you've created.
The brand I created was high energy, euphoric, functional, style training. But it was consistent
Gym training.
gym training
Okay.
at my studio. And then we grew and grew and grew. But for me, it was always about building a brand, but more than just getting people in physically shape. for me, it was about the mental component. Because if you can tap into someone's mindset, you can help them. For me, I feel I can help them utilize my gift to even take their success to a different level outside of the gym. So for me, it was more than the gym. It was more about the people and what I could see them, whatever we could drum out of them to become the best version of themselves. So that's what drove me.
So your studio is here in Central Arkansas, correct?
It is.
Conway?
Conway, 1055 Sunflower Drive.
All right.
I like it. So I like what you said about the brand wasn't the brand that you created wasn't. It's not, and the only reason why I'm going to say this is because I'm staring at them right now. But it's not a Blistex chapstick. It's not a physical.
Exactly.
It's not a physical, materialistic,
Tangible
yes. item, right? So
Very true.
That's not when we talk about brand, we talk about everything that we're doing. LeanFeast is a
Yes.
brand, right?
Yes.
Feast Fighters is a brand. We have numerous products, different divisions, different
Yes.
branches, but like Luke said, it's not a tangible item, right? So
Very
the
true.
brand that you created was more
Lifestyle.
lifestyle brand.
Lifestyle brand. That's what's important when you think about health, fitness, and from me having a background in oncology sales and seeing that was the one that really hit me the hardest. Whenever you work in oncology sales for 10 and a half years and you see individuals at times at their lowest state, and I would walk in to the chemo rooms where people were receiving their chemo, and I would always come in with a bright smile, and it was that sense of hope that you see in their eyes. So I would take that, I would channel that same energy every time people walk through my door, and it is intense when you go through. But the bigger picture was life is hard. Hell, no one is going to give you any damn thing in life.
Nothing.
So when you come train with me, you got to tap into that part of your mind, and you got to join forces with the individuals beside you to become a team and become on one accord to get through the workout. And once you finish with it, for me, it's the release, the euphoria that carries you through the rest of the day. And you get to the point where it's contagious, where everyone you see, yeah, you may have your job, you have your profession, but there's that little talk that you have about, man, I got a chance to experience Dr. Fit. What was it like? That's how we built it, person by person. I didn't do a lot of ad.
Baker, you took his class one time,
I
right?
have been there. Yeah.
Let's talk. Tell us about it.
It is a good workout, and obviously you know what you're doing. And I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. You better be ready to work out when you go in there, right? I mean, it's
that's real talk. I
mean,
give it to
really
them
is.
the real.
I mean, it is. I was it wasn't my first day in the gym when I went in there by no means. You know, I've been going to the gym a long time, and I think I threw up once on the road. I missed my turn. We're only doing a square block run, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a square block.
0.38
I ended
miles.
up down there like Sonic because I was so disoriented. But yeah, once I come back to my senses,
wasn't that
it was
the time
very
you got
nice.
lost?
I did. I swear, I was so disoriented. I ran down the road. I missed the turn. I just kept going. And then I looked up, and I'm already about to die from running, right?
Did you just stop at Sonic? Or?
When I saw it, when I got far enough to see Sonic, I said, shit. I just thought about every effing step I just wasted going down that road. That was not the way I
Were you
should
late
have.
making it back to the gym?
Oh, yeah. He was out there yelling, looking for me. And then I thought I was going to die. And then to his credit, he coerced me into sprinting that last 100 feet.
There you go.
Right?
That's it. Seriously, he did.
I mean,
He's like, you're already puking. Might as well just get it all over
I
you.
wanted to just cut my arm off instead of run. But, I mean, hey, he got on me. I said, I got to run.
And did you run?
Heck yeah, I
Yeah,
ran.
he actually ran hard, bro. Gave it his all.
Everything I
Like
got.
he finished the workout.
I finished it, yeah.
He finished it.
But, like, it was,
Have you been back since?
I have not. But I should, though. I should. If you'll have me back, I'll go back.
Dude,
you know?
I would love to have
I
you
will
back.
go back in a heartbeat.
I'd love to have you back.
I got to go against, what is it, JD? What's his name?
JP.
Yeah, I got to go against him again, man.
Yeah.
He's an animal, dude. He's good.
See,
no quit.
I did legs with my buddy Scott one time, and I threw up like 3 times in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And to me, I understand where you're going. I
Yes.
understand the reason why you're doing what you're doing,
Yes.
and I understand I understand what goes on in there. But for me, that's not pleasurable.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's pleasurable for other people,
Yes.
but when I go into the gym, and that's exactly why I put a gym in here, because
Yes.
I can go when I want to go. Right,
It's very
I
true.
can spend as much time as I want in there. Now, group classes, I was doing Orange Theory Fitness every single day for like 6 months, but for some reason, I stuck with that. But when someone is pushing me like you would
yeah.
push me, to
Yeah.
me, I'd be like, I'm cool. I'm done. But it's not for everybody.
That's very true. That's what I tell people. I'm not for everyone. If someone wants me to, I'd say adapt the workout more to them and less of the group, because the group has been with me 4 or 5 years, so they're ingrained.
They know.
They pay a little higher premium, and they get concierge fitness training.
Right.
Dr. Fit's on the move.
I love it.
At your local stores.
To me, Dr. Fit, it kind of sounds like you're in the business of proving to people that their mind is stronger than their body.
Very true.
And simply because if you've got somebody doing a workout and they get to the point of exhaustion like Baker and he's throwing up all over the place, that's proof to people that your mind was so powerful that you could cause yourself to throw up from an exercise. That's how you know that you're capable of pushing it.
And in my mind, when I was walking, I'm saying, "There's no way I'm running again. I'm dead. I just can't do it."
Yes.
I mean, there's no way I can't do it. Well,
and then your mind made you do it.
Yeah.
My mind gave up first. My body had more gas, and then he convinced my mind like, "You can still run, dude. Run."
Yeah. Your mind wants to run. Your body says no, but your mind's more powerful.
I will say it's not for everybody.
Not for everyone.
But I think whether you go to Dr. Fit or not, I think functional training is something that a lot of people do not look into, and I think more than just the outside, how it helps your everything,
inside.
your lipids, your glucose levels.
Very true.
High intensity interval training is very, very important. Not just bodybuilding. If you just bodybuild, I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but you might not have good insides, because you're not working every aspect. You're only just breaking the ice,
And I think maybe everybody should experience that at least once in their life.
They need to experience once.
I've experienced it through a good friend of mine. He's a personal trainer out in California, Scott Mead.
Okay.
And Scott Mead is pretty brutal. I mean, it's almost the exact same thing you're doing. And he'll tell you, if you just take a break and rest on the floor, dude, he's picking you back up. Like, get up. Like, this is not... Yes. It's not a boot camp, but this is not lazy time.
Keep moving.
No, keep moving.
That was his. He wasn't going to sit there and tell me, "Hey, bench that 50 times over this next minute." But over this next minute, you better be benching. You know, however many reps that is. It's just you need to be working, and then it'll gain. You'll gain ground. Like if you're uncomfortable with something in the gym, it's probably what you should do the most. Because that's what you
Bulgarian
need.
split squats.
Exactly. I hated the squat. I hated the squat. How can you go through life and be in fitness and not squat? You can't. You need to squat.
Yeah. You need to. Not the most fun.
That's how I threw up. Was doing squats.
The assault bike. Actually,
I threw up with the ropes.
I could see that.
The ropes will.
Oh,
assault bike kills me.
Dude, assault bike kills me. I mean, and we're trying to generate a maximum amount of watts. So I never forget. I threw up 3 times during a workout with the guys.
It was all about the brand, really, and I do think what you said, you have built a good brand, because I wasn't here long.
Yes.
In Conway, right? And I started following gyms, fitness people. It didn't take me very long. One of the first names I knew was Dr. Fit. It's like, who is this guy? I knew you before I met you. You know, not personally, but it's like, who's Dr. Fit? You know,
man, it's truly been an enjoyable ride, a great journey where I thank God every day for it. As I'll be 45 in my birthday, so as my market changed, you start to look at other avenues. For me, it's been about the adaptability. Yeah. So groups are extremely intense. Mm-hmm. We'll say like that 5 a.m. morning group, because that's what they're after. Mm-hmm. The 6:30 group is intense, but it's a little more of my personality coming out from a standpoint, laughing, joking. Early in the morning, bro, it's balls to the wall.
But you're also a morning guy.
I'm a morning guy. Dude, I literally will go to bed.
Me and you cannot be friends.
I know, like I come in there like, hey, what's up, guys? It's time to get this work.
I'll tell you right now, I don't have the energy for you in the morning.
Oh, dude,
that's why I'm glad you wanted to do this at noon.
Dude, I'm telling you, I love it in the morning time, man.
So, Dr. Fit, we are now in 2020.
Yes.
Everybody's got their goals. What's next for Dr. Fit? What's coming down the line?
What's actually coming down the line? I signed my first national sponsor deal with a company by the name of Yoked. So I've been promoting a lot of Fortitropin for them. And
can you tell us what that is? A lot of people don't really know what that is.
Fertilized egg yolk, believe it or not. Yep. And it helps lower your myostatin levels. And as we age, myostatin levels increase. So it's harder for you to add on that lean, hard, dense physique and help your body to recover like we did when we were Baker's age. Yeah. Well, this actually levels the playing field. Mm-hmm. So
you're turning what, 45?
45.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm all into the anti-aging. And the good thing about Fortitropin, it can be used by anyone. So the earlier you start it, the better. We have individuals as young as 16, 17 utilizing it and getting excellent results for recovery, adding more lean muscle mass. So in clinical studies, the individuals who stayed on it roughly around 10 to 12 weeks gained on average right around 9 pounds of lean muscle mass.
Which is difficult.
Good muscle
That's
mass.
difficult. Good muscle mass. We're talking about lean, dense, and it's a functional food. So it's fertilized egg yolk, dextrose, and vanilla flavoring. That's it. Tastes like vanilla cake mix.
But it's an egg?
Fertilized egg yolk. We fertilize it.
Is it an actual egg yolk?
No, that's where we fertilize it, and we have a proprietary process we use to make sure that it's fertilized, and then we freeze dry it so the integrity of all the growth factors, the aminos, all the things that are in the egg stay consistent, and boom.
Wow.
Dr. Fit, we've talked about this before, where you've either had a hand in or developed products
Yes.
that are safe for
Yes.
just about anybody. And
Yes.
and I know you've mentioned this before, but the reason that's so near and dear to your heart is because your son
Yes,
is a tremendous athlete,
very true.
and any products that he uses has to be safe,
Has to be safe.
right? I mean, you're his dad. You're not going to allow him to take anything that's not safe.
It's funny you bring that up. That was the reason why I actually first developed a product line of my own, which was under R3 Fit Nutrition and Fitbull Labs. Yeah, I did some selling with it, but for me, it was more about the fact that I could bring a product to market, formulate it, and make sure that when my son took it, that it was safe. Mm-hmm. Because when you go in a store, you need to first read the ingredients to make sure it's something that that you can put in your body.
Like we were talking about, people are used to in marketing, you could just slap non-GMO or anything on the front.
Exactly.
That's all we looked at, right?
Yeah.
You just looked at the front, like, oh, that's good, gluten-free, non-GMO. Oh, that's great. But if you look on the back, 80 grams of servings and of sugar and 4 ounces.
Yeah.
You didn't know, but now people, we gave you that bottle straight to the ingredient.
Everything I buy, I look at the
100%.
label.
You have to. And if you're an athlete, think about this too, guys. When you're an athlete, for my son, kids are going to take products irregardless. What happens when they're in school or they're in college? They take a product that says it's 100% natural, but it's something in there that shouldn't be. If they're not having, say, a heart attack or something, they lose their scholarship because they fail a drug test.
Right.
That's a kid who was on the straight and narrow, trying to do everything right. Charge it to the game or just
Yeah.
So that, for me, that's why I want to make sure, because my son was actually, we were talking about Michael Johnson's facility. My son was trained there as well.
What does your son do?
He ran the 200. 10th grade year, he was the third fastest in the country with a 21.64.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's he going to do? What is he trying to pursue right now?
College. He will have a good year, his 12th grade year, because he was injured. 11th grade year, had some injuries in the hamstrings. Man, we took some shellackings then. But this year he's been training. He's back with his former trainer, Josh, the technician Epps, who used to work for me. So they've been putting in a lot of work. And you think speed, you can just, it does come natural. But in order to really develop the speed that he was doing, you have to train in advance. And it's hard. Like he always says, my sport is every other sport's punishment.
Mm-hmm. Did you I don't know if it's the same kind of stuff, but did you ever take him to Parisi Speed School?
Never.
No.
Never.
I was thinking about taking my kid there.
It's a good program.
Yeah,
It's
and
a good program.
they teach kids how to run, not just for a sport, right?
Very true.
Where to land on the balls of your feet or the heels, or I don't know about any of that. But my son played football
Exactly.
this year, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. He was also on his basketball team. They also won the championship. They went 13-0.
Nice.
Not saying that my kid is the all-star sport, but I think he's slowly starting to pick up some of the things that he can do.
Exactly.
Right? And being 9 years old, to me, just finding out that you can run fast, but when you put a helmet and pads on, you're a little bit sluggish. Just because you can run fast in basketball, well, you ain't got pads on.
That's it.
Now you put pads and a helmet on, and now you're the third fastest guy on the team.
It's different.
Right?
But I would recommend the guy who used to work for me, who's at the field house now, Josh, the technician Epps. He's worked with Sean since Sean was 9-10 years old. And what Sean helped us create was a brand that we had missed out on. Mm-hmm. And Josh was excellent at it. His background is sports.
Was that here in Conway?
It's in Conway.
Okay.
He's at the field house.
Okay.
He worked with LeanFeast since I guess Sean was about 9-10, Luke, probably in that area whenever he was a young guy.
Wow.
I've seen a video of LeanFeast. That's what everybody calls him, right?
LeanFeast.
LeanFeast. Yeah.
25, 26, 27 on a treadmill.
That was my
That's
question.
The speed he's on?
Oh yeah.
That was my question.
Wow.
There, I saw that video of him just booking it. and you told us he's running anywhere from 25 to 27 miles an hour
on the treadmill. Yes,
which
Well,
is
and fastest guy in the world is 33.
So
currently,
there was a guy on the 49ers, I believe his name is. Was it
you're
Warner?
talking about no, the return guy.
oh god,
Eric Reed?
No, you're talking about the dude who does all the returns.
I can't think of it right now, but he was clocked at like 23 miles an hour running down the sideline, and your son is way faster than that.
on the treadmill. Yeah.
Now you put some pads.
Now you put the pads
some
on a little
more
different.
muscle, right? Because is your son super lean?
Very lean.
Yeah,
He's probably
skinny
now
guy?
he's about 5'6", 140.
So he's pretty lean.
Yeah, very lean.
You talking about Goodwin for the 49ers?
Yes,
Yeah,
Goodwin.
He's the
Yeah.
fastest.
He was clocked at 23.6 miles per hour, running down the sidelines.
That's stupid.
and when
speed.
even
It's
for
really,
those that
really
don't
fast.
understand the sport of running or the mechanics of running,
so many
to go from
mechanics.
23 miles an hour to 27,
God,
that's a tremendous gap. I mean, it's
I don't
4
know
to 5 miles an hour, but
I don't know if he'd get there without pads.
that's a completely different beast right there
Different beast.
when you're above 20 miles an hour.
Yeah,
it's a different beast, man.
And also think like when we're going 25, well, maybe not you guys. 'Cause y'all
I'm
drive like-
definitely not going
y'all guys
25.
drive like a bunch of damn grandmas. But when I'm driving 25, I feel like I'm crawling. Right. So
Yeah.
take 25 miles an hour in a car that seems super slow, but do it with your own 2 feet.
Yeah,
That's fast.
dude,
It's so fast.
Dude, it was stupid when he was trained in Michael Johnson's facility. I'll never forget when they were looking. He ran against Michael Johnson when he was in the 8th grade, and we came back 9th grade. They did some camps for us, and they would always talk about his turnover, his takeoff. So he learned how the true Olympians take off. So he can do the drag, the foot, pow, pow, pow. So he could really come in here and teach you, even like if your son, say if you brought him over to the gym, Sean is at a point now where he could look and dissect his running and correct it and teach him.
No, that's really.
So
cool.
he has a gift. So I'm hoping, God knows I'm hoping, knocking on wood, that he'll say, Dad, I want to run track in school, because the opportunity is there. He's going to go to UCA because my wife is an instructor there and we get a nice discount. He told me, he said, Dad, it's a business move. I said, okay.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So let
He's
me
in high
ask you about
school.
that. And this is might be my ignorance, but and I know Olympics.
Yes.
I know track and field is big in the Olympics, but
Yes.
is that a professional sport?
It is. It is.
Like,
It's
can they make
professional.
money on it?
Yeah, when you get endorsements, you can become a millionaire.
Like Nike?
Oh, yeah, they
I
get
mean,
big endorsements. Yeah, Nike.
Look at Usain
Polo.
Bolt.
Usain Bolt is worth 33 to 35
Okay,
million
so
dollars.
we're
Yeah, Polo. What
Fastest-
was,
fastest
what was
man in the world,
swimmer guy
Usain
that
Bolt.
lost his polo stuff over there, got in trouble in the Olympics, and he was
Oh, yeah,
swimming with Michael Phelps. Ryan something.
Yo, Ryan, what was that guy's name? Yeah.
I don't know, but he was super. He had like.
I guess
super
what
big
I'm
endorsement
asking
by Polo.
is that obviously you look at a professional sport like football, basketball, hockey,
You get
baseball.
paid a lot.
You get paid a lot of money, but you
Yes.
get paid a lot of money for doing the sport.
Yes.
Then your endorsements come and your sponsors come after that to
Yes.
boost your bonuses and,
Yes.
and all that. Is track and field have its own, like, because I never will look on TV to find a track and field event.
Yeah, once you get in on that level, you'll have sponsors like Nike, Adidas, and you'll make on the low end when you make your money when you're traveling overseas too, running a lot. You know, you're going to make 6 figures. If you're in the upper echelon, you're making the millions.
Not including just being in the Olympics.
Exactly. Then in the Olympics,
Yeah, you put that under Olympic. I mean, you medal in an Olympic, or even just make it to the
Just
Olympics.
make it, yeah.
Just making it, because I mean, there's hundreds of other, people that have tried out and didn't make it.
yes,
Do you
There's
think?
like only 3.
do you think that
They go.
Do you think that he would be good at any other sport?
no,
No.
man,
He's too focused
he's too
on that
focused.
one, isn't he?
Yeah,
I can
because
see that.
in football, he didn't have the hands. I mean, now he could, as a young kid, we know
He got the feet.
he got the feet, but the hands, no. Where Sean will excel at, I would love to see him one day if he wanted to take the family business, because I would, teach him and teach him every aspect about it. He would be excellent at training. So whatever I've done, Sean would exceed it 2 to 3 times more, because he understands the footwork, all the different ladder drills.
He knows
and-
what he had to put in.
Exactly. And then he can take you through the A skips. Like, he can literally break down. He can look at a kid 9, 10 years old, and I'll be like, all right, what do you need to correct, son? All right, Dad, look how their hand placement is. So he'll look at the hand placement. He'll look at the head. Then I'll be like, we'll be at a track. I'll be like, all right, now tell me about the 200 meter. He'll be like, well, the first so many seconds ATP is going to be used. So you got to gas it on this. Then you got a transition phase where you
Who's
got to
educated?
maintain. Oh, educated. Studies it to a science. That's how he beat one guy at a race. The guy had beat him, and he said, I found out what his weakness is. I said, what's that? He said, every time he tightens up, he said he forces it. Mm-hmm. He said his vein pops out. So he would run and he could see out his peripheral, and that's how he beat him. He ran a smart race. And then at the end of the race, lactic acid is built up. Mm-hmm. So you got to be able to just maintain that pain. Mm-hmm. And that's what Sean says. You got is who, at the end of the race, who can maintain your proper form and absorb the pain. Mm-hmm. Because everyone is going to decelerate. So I get excited. He and I talk about it, but he teaches me. It's at the point now where when we look at a race, I'll ask him, he'll be like, Dad, okay, think about inertia is going to move you this way. So you cannot lose a step in the curve. And I'm like, lose a step? What do you mean? He's like, look at the feet. He lost a step right there. You and I, if we see a race, we're not looking at that. You know, if he's even a football player, he can take their 40 down. He can, just looking at their takeoff, he'd be like, Dad, that guy right there should go from a 4.8 to a 4.6. I'm like, what would you correct on it? He's like, look how he takes off. He said he has no drive phase. He said, look at his first 2 steps. I'm like, okay. He said they're not cycling fast enough. Mm-hmm. So
he's smart,
very smart.
Very
he studies
educated. Does he have good grades?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. This year he had a 3 point, I think it's 3.6 or 3.8. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just gotta, those college years. If I could tell, he still has some of his dad in him. Dad,
my son actually wants to go to UCA too.
Dude,
so it's not a bad thing.
It's a great school,
and that's where I graduated from.
Yeah.
My brother graduated. Your wife graduated. Mm-hmm. My wife graduated. She teaches over there now.
It's a great school.
It is.
I love that place.
I love some UCA. I still go back out and speak in the business department.
I went there for my first time on the campus. When was that? It was like their second to last football game. Man, it's nice over there.
It is.
What was that event they had that day?
It was just
like family day, basically.
It was a family day for the second to last football game. I mean, they got smoked, but
they were all out on that street there. By the PT.
But it's very, very cool.
It's a very nice.
Yes.
It's nice.
I've been on a lot of college campuses, and out in Central Arkansas, UCA has a beautiful campus.
They do.
It really does.
I give my old school a shout out, UCA.
There you go.
100%. I like it.
What year did you graduate UCA?
97. I barely graduated.
I graduated high school.
Yeah, 97. I was just happy to graduate. I was that guy that came up on a scholarship, lost it first semester. My mom said, "Oh my God, what are you doing?"
You're that kid.
I was that kid, man. I partied. I partied.
I think we've all had our share of partying.
Oh, yeah. But I was the guy that came in the intermediate accounting class with 1 minute left. That's when I knew I wasn't an accountant. Seriously, I came in and I looked at the teacher like, he said, "Jamerson, you came to join us." I said, "No, I came to drop the class."
Yeah.
Got my slip
Not
in
my
hand.
thing.
But I did it for a good reason, though. It was a hot chick I wanted to meet.
Fair enough.
I met her.
Well, it's fine.
She became my wife.
Fair
There
enough.
you go. It was worth it.
Oh, she became your wife.
I had that pimp game.
Oh, yeah. Luke, you look like you were about to say something, and I just kept on rolling.
No,
you good?
I'm good.
So I have a question. So this brand, what is it? Yoked?
Yoked, yes.
So where could we get that?
You can actually get Yoked from me. You can get it from online. You can get it from all the major retail stores around in different parts of the state. It ships everywhere.
So where's the
Yoke.com where it would be the first thing.
Is it manufactured here or where?
Here in the U.S.
Sweet.
Yes.
And most nutrition stores, things like that.
Yep. But
what if we wanted to bring it into a LeanFeast? Who do we contact?
You actually contact me, and I'll connect you with the national sales director and the CEO. Mm-hmm. So I work with the CEO and the national sales director. Sweet. So we can make that happen.
Cool.
No, seriously, we can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to try it. I mean,
I got some samples for you to try.
Okay, it seems to me that maybe it might be. So I want to talk about this because this is something that we're finding more and more, and it's coming up more and more, and we're finding it in all of our stores. Reps trying to put it in most of our stores.
Yes,
and it's CBD.
Yes,
right. So before I get your opinion on it, we feel as our corporation, we feel it's an amazing product.
Yes.
In any form, whether it be smoke or food or gummies or whatever, liquid.
Yes.
We feel combined as a unit that it is a great product.
Yes.
But it's so controversial that it's hard for everybody to understand its benefits, because as soon as you say CBD to the normal person, oh, you smoke weed?
That's what the normal person thinks.
It's the complete opposite. Right.
Yeah, it is. You have to be careful. Like you already know with the different manufacturers. I had a product where they put CBD in elk velvet, antler in it, a recovery
Yeah,
serum.
I've done elk velvet.
Wow. We have
was it deer antler?
Yeah,
Same thing, right?
Elk is a little higher quality.
Okay.
A little higher quality. But we have the serum. So I did the CBD and the elk in a serum for inflammation. You add the CBD component to it, worked 500% better.
Yeah.
It's an amazing product, but like you said, it's the stigma at times.
It really is. And we in our stores, I mean, you've been in our stores, so it's a high quality atmosphere.
Very high quality.
It's a good product, and everything that we try to bring in, we want to be able to speak to it and explain to it and give the benefits. Yes, we can give the benefits of a CBD product, but to us, it's just too controversial.
Yeah.
It's completely misunderstood too.
It is.
That's what I was.
It is. It's misunderstood.
Yeah,
It's
so
big time.
I think, I mean, as of right now, it's not a federally regulated compound or chemical.
You're right.
And until that actually happens, it will probably never be understood correctly.
No.
And for that reason, it's just, as of right now, it just doesn't belong in our locations yet.
One of the drinks that we've had since day one, and they're right here behind us, Life Aid, Party Aid, Fit Aid, all those.
Great products.
Awesome products. So their company started in Santa Cruz, California, which was about 20 minutes from my hometown.
Okay.
And I met the owners of that created that. They're in our area. They're born and raised where we're born and raised. And so we were really one of the first not nutrition stores, but like a restaurant style.
Exactly.
That carried that. And when we first carried that, we were selling more than the Whole Foods and all of the grocery store chains, Safeway, in that area combined. So they ended up coming out with a CBD version of one of their drinks, and it's amazing. It is amazing. But we try to tell people not to sell it, the stores, because it's misleading. Not misleading, but misunderstood.
It's misunderstood. That's where, like, a product with you guys having the setup you all have, Yoked is more of a specialty product where you can really you have to explain it to someone.
Yeah.
So they will understand, because it's a functional food. So once you explain it to someone, then they start to take it and they see the benefits. And you got to think I'm just thinking, whenever you are certified NSF, so sports
NSF,
certified.
Yep.
We're that. So I mean, you got NFL teams to use it. We got athletes in soccer, Aaron Gordon of the Orlando Magic. So, we got tons of clinical studies that are going on that we have used in men and women and animals.
Now, is this an expensive product? I mean, I didn't just bring you on here to talk about your product, but now that you brought it up, I'm really interested in it.
Yes,
I mean, is it something that is affordable in the Bay Area and in Central Arkansas? Is it you know what I mean? Because different areas have different budgets.
Exactly.
And, I mean, is it an expensive product?
On average, it's going to retail for roughly $89.99 for a 30-day supply.
Oh. Do you do one a day?
One a day.
And how fast can you see benefits? Now, I don't care about that because I know that long-term works, but for our listeners and people that are interested in it, because I guarantee you a bunch of people are going to Google it, right? So, for the long term, but is there a short term benefit? I mean, can you see a change? Can you feel a change? Recovery.
When you train hard and you need to and you want to train at a high level, the recovery benefits are, I'd say, within the first 7 to 10 days.
What about recovery? Injury recovery.
Injury recovery helps out big time. We have some individuals who I train that have taken the product. Their body has recovered, especially JB's. His hip, he had a hip issue. His hip has recovered extremely well. Jay had an issue with his back. He trains with me. He also does CrossFit. He's a firefighter. Back injury has recovered a lot faster. So we have some clinical studies where we even looked at individuals who had they used animals where you have like their it would be equivalent to our ACL injury, and they were able to recover at a faster rate without losing muscle mass. So when you think about the atrophy of muscle, this right here will slow the overall progression of it, and in a lot of cases, reverse it.
So
JT was hurt.
JB. Man, I get JP.
I know you got like 5 of them. In the
got 5 of them,
right?
dude. I got to change that.
Which one was hurt?
It was JB. So
he was hurt.
He was hurt. Yeah, so he got on Yoked, and actually is better. So I did have to change one. I changed JP to Fit Paw. So now we have a Fit Paw. Everything is about the brand, man. So
we love nicknames, bro. So
we do. Yeah.
This is Law Dog right here.
Law Dog.
He's the LeanFeast Law.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
This is the Wizard.
The Wizard. I can see that.
I'm El Hef.
LF, I believe it.
That's it.
I love it.
We got the warrior, the assassin, and the operator. Those are the rest of them that we have.
Dude, that's real. That's
I'm sorry,
real right there.
I'm sorry to interrupt on that. I just that any of those guys were hurt before was beyond me, because when I was in there,
Oh yeah.
none of them seemed too hurt.
Nah, man. They have a different gear.
Yeah.
They have a different gear, different mindset.
11th gear.
11th gear, man. Hey, you know, back in the day when I thought about training, I was a boxer. Yeah, I loved watching boxing, but I remember watching Tyson, but I loved watching Ali. You know, old reels. Those guys prepared for 15 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Today's guys prepare for 12 rounds. Mm-hmm. So my mindset was, in life, in order to become successful, I got to prepare my mind, my body, and everything around me so I can withstand 15 rounds. Because whenever you go through business and you want to become successful, you're going to have some rounds where you're all on the upswing. But like I did from 2016 to I'd say about 2017 to 18, you go through life where you get beat up, you get hit. And in the 14th round, you know, I came out on the 15th round swinging, and that's whenever everything changed around. So
I love it.
You got to be built to last.
Yep.
I love it. Well, dude, thanks for coming on the podcast, man.
No, man.
I just, it's good to have you on, and I think we need to have you on a second part.
Yeah, part 2.
Thank you.
A part 2, and you're pretty interesting to talk to, and we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, we got to stay connected with you, because we
Definitely.
know there's more good stuff coming down the line from Dr. Fit.
Man, we got a lot. We got an online training platform that is expanded throughout the nation. We got our website, onefitnation.com, that is in development. We're on that. If you want to learn more about Yoked, make sure you go to www.yoked.com. You can see the clinical studies. You can learn a lot about the product, an amazing product. I take it myself.
Good.
And, I mean, it's a game changer. So we got some other things. A hashtag no dad bod. I'm trying to keep.
Dad bod.
Hey, look, I just want to look good naked.
That's
Seriously. If y'all see me
the
running
goal,
around,
baby.
if y'all see me running around Conway in some short pants with some Chuck Taylors on, hey, whatever. Just
You
know
work for it.
You know what I have?
I'm drinking on my turbo sauce.
This guy is drinking
Turbo
turbo
sauce.
sauce right now.
Hey, man, I'm not
Straight out of the bottle.
A picture will follow. That's for sure.
This stuff is good.
Thank you, man.
Who created it?
Well, it's a collective thing, but mostly that's look.
I'm telling you all. They didn't pay me to say this, but I'm literally drinking this stuff out of the bottle.
He is.
no lie.
And literally, this, God, Jesus. I feel like I'm in church. Hallelujah. Thank you.
It's like Jesus in a bottle.
Man, we enjoy having you on, dude. We're gonna have you back.
Appreciate it.
Do you have anything closing out? Do you have social media handles that you can throw out?
Yeah, actually I do. Please follow me at the Dr.Fit75 on Instagram, and be looking out for www.onefitnation.com. We should drop the website no later than February the 1st. And make sure you get your hashtag no dad bod shirt. It's that time, 2020, hashtag no dad bod.
That's it. Luke, the warrior. No, wizard. Sorry. Got anything?
I'm good to go.
Yeah. Law Dog.
Maybe you can bring Fit Junior to the next
Oh,
podcast.
Dude, I would love to, man.
No,
talk
maybe we
to
can
him,
meet the
dude.
myth.
Lil
the
Fit.
man, Lil Fit. The man,
Dude, I would
the
love-
myth, the legend, you know.
Dude, seriously, because he
love
has
to
some
meet him.
stories, man. He has some stories.
I would
for
love
it.
to have him on.
Oh, yeah.
Other than
Hell
that,
yeah.
I mean, I'm out. I mean, I'd like to meet him, but I'm out, you know. That's
Awesome.
it for me, baby.
And we'll be looking for my main man coming out to see us. We're going to get it worked out. And
Oh, I'm
also,
coming
we'll
to
talk
see you.
about the Yoked and the
Yeah.
LeanFeast.
Let's do it.
I like
Let's
it.
pop in.
Thanks for coming, man.
No, man. Thank you
Appreciate
guys for
you.
inviting me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Hey, we're out. We'll see you next episode. Peace.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Feast Fighter podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at LeanFeast, Instagram at Lean_Feast, Facebook and Twitter at The LeanFeast. Find more voices of LeanFeast on iOS, Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify.